Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 56 of Uchiha Naruto the Sage. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this I'm going to be posting what if Naruto got a new bloodline. So stay in tune for that and enjoy. And on my main channel tonight, Anime King, I'm going to be posting what if Naruto went back in time, and also what if Naruto went missing for 4 years. So after you're done over here, switch across to my main channel where you can enjoy over 500 lovely what ifs and click that red subscribe button over there and enjoy. And if you're new to this channel, it's the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this. So last time we left off, after his encounter with Tsunade, Naruto went off on a date with Uchiha. As the both of them spent some time together, as they were interrupted by Sasuke and the gang, and they talked for a bit. And then we skip to the next part, where Naruto was in the forest of death, as Anko showed up and wrapped snakes around him. Kakashi and Sasuke then showed up, as Naruto was waiting for Sasuke. Sasuke got the Mangeto Sharingan, and he hasn't tried it out yet, so it's time for him to use it, as both him and Naruto are going to have a battle. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across to the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Both Naruto and Sasuke looked at each other. The rule of this battle is, do not hold back. You can use the power of your curse mark. I want to see you reach your limit, said Naruto. Sasuke grinned. Fine by me, he said happily. When sparring with Kakashi, the elite Jonin had put restriction on the both of them, but right now he had no restriction. He can burn down the entire forest with the blonde. Kakashi and Anko made their distance as Sasuke activated the first level of his curse mark, but his Sharingan was not activated. Since Naruto did not have his activated, he didn't want to go all out at first, with Naruto not even using the Sharingan. Sasuke then rushed at Naruto with a burst of speed, as Sasuke jumped up and delivered a roundhouse kick, but Naruto brought up his hand as he blocked the attack. As when the kick made contact, Naruto could feel the power behind the kick. Sasuke quickly spun around in midair as he brought his left leg straight towards Naruto's temple. Naruto ducked as he dropped down on his back, as Sasuke ran through hand signs as he wasn't done there. As Naruto ran through hand sign as well, Sasuke shouted out, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu, Wind Style, Great Breakthrough. Naruto let out a powerful wind gasp as Sasuke fire swallowed up Naruto wind, making the fire more intense as it came towards Naruto. But Naruto only did this so he could get out of the way, as he then flicked back and jumped off the ground. As Sasuke Jutsu hit the ground and died down, as Sasuke turned around to see Naruto with a smirk on his face. As Sasuke run through hand signs again, Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. As Naruto run through hand signs as well, Wind Style Violent Storm, as he released a gust of winds with slicing blades inside of them. As Naruto wind was strong enough as both attacks collided and they dissipate each other. When everything died down, both of them looked at each other. As Naruto activated Sharingan, as Sasuke smiled, you activate your Sharingan. Well, I must give it to you. I underestimated your speed. I never know that you could move that fast, as Naruto held up a single hand sign, as Sasuke activated Sharingan as well. Well, shall we continue this dance? As Sasuke smirked as the both of them rushed at each other with an incredible speed and started to deliver blows after blows. As it went on like this for a while, till Sasuke increased his speed and appeared behind Naruto. Naruto flipped around and brought up his hand, but Sasuke's kick was powerful enough to send Naruto flying back as Sasuke kept on him. As Sasuke fired out a lightning jutsu, Naruto quickly used replacement jutsu and switched himself to the log. Naruto then ran through hand signs as he slammed his hand on the ground, as there was a puff and his gun bay appeared, as he wrapped it around him, placing it on his back. As he then disappeared, he appeared in front of Sasuke and sent a fist towards Sasuke's face. As Sasuke brought up his hand and the contact was made as Sasuke winced at the power behind Naruto's punch. Naruto then flipped around as he came in for a roundhouse kick, but Sasuke dodged. As Sasuke then brought up one hand sign, wind style, Gale Palm technique, as he sent Naruto flying, as Sasuke then pulled out kunais and shurikens as he threw them towards Naruto. As he then said shuriken jutsu, as the shurikens multiplied and came at Naruto with incredible speed. Naruto took off the gun bay as he then waved it in front of him as it let out a powerful wind of gusts, blowing back all of the shurikens and the kunais. But while that was happening, Sasuke appeared behind Naruto. As Naruto noticed, interesting tactic. But as Sasuke was about to kick Naruto from behind without him noticing, as Sasuke felt something behind him, as he turned around to see another Naruto, but he was not fast enough as he was sent flying back from a kick as he slammed in a tree. As the other Naruto then disappeared in a puff of smoke. As Sasuke got up, "When did you create a clone?" Sasuke asked. Naruto strapped his gun bay on his back. As he looked up, the cloud around the area, the smoke, it went up. As he saw the dark clouds and lightning start to come from them. As he then turned at Sasuke, "Some time ago," he said. "So, this is your doing?" he asked as he saw the lightning. Sasuke only smirked as he raised a right hand, as Naruto could feel a rise of chakra coming from Sasuke. As Naruto focused on the clouds and noticed that something was happening. "I have yet to try this when fighting someone with the intent to kill," said Sasuke. "But if you die, well, you will be dead." He then paused for a moment as the thunderstorm grew even furious. "Kirin." The moment Sasuke said Kirin, Naruto already activated his eternal Mangeto Sharingan as a huge lightning bolt rushed towards Naruto at incredible speed. Boom! It hit the space around Naruto, causing the debris and an explosion. Everything picked up. But the debris was quickly overshadowed by the dark orange Susanoo. When all of the debris died down, Naruto was panting slightly as he deactivated his eternal Mangeto Sharingan and stood up, as Sasuke was also panting. As Naruto then noticed that there was a few Anvu and some Jonins watching, they must have noticed Sasuke's technique. It didn't surprise him as he wondered if Kakashi invited them all. As Naruto then spoke, "If it was not for my Susanoo, that jutsu that you use, it might have killed me. Well, I guess it's time for me to also use S-rank jutsus. It should be interesting," Naruto said, as he had a weird smirk on his face, making Sasuke feel worried that he used his carrying jutsu. As Naruto still had a smile on his face as he ran through hand signs. Later that day in the cloud, the Raikage was currently looking at a report that worried him. As Yujito was in the office, "I want you to pick up your training, increase your power, prepare for what's coming," he said. "I want you to go and train alongside with Killer Bee," the Raikage said in a serious tone, as it made Yujito worried. "What's coming?" she asked with a curious eyebrow. "Probably war," he said. "War?" she asked. "But there has not been any conflicts between the major villages that caused any war to break out," Yujito responded. "That is true, but something is coming. I can feel it. And that is why I want you to be prepared, because soon you will hear about the fallout between the great ninja villages. Yujito nodded. I was thinking of improving anyway. I was told when I transformed into my Biju, I was nothing but an oversized monster, she said with a bit of bitterness in her voice. Who told you that? The Raikage asked curiously. Naruto Uchiha, she said. The Raikage was quiet for a moment before shaking his head. If ever there is a problem between him and the cloud, can I count on you to protect the village? Yujito froze. She was being asked if she could fight her savior, as she nodded, but hesitantly, as she couldn't trust her voice. As Raikage then dismissed her from the office, as she went away. The Raikage looked on the report on his decks. The Stone Village had gathered shinobi for the preparation of taking over the sound. As he knew that the sound was becoming powerful, they allied themselves with the mist, Taki, the wave country, and the river country. He had also received a report that the princess of the land of snow was heading there, as he knew well that the snow has the best technology and he liked their chakra armors, and now the sound is going to have that. And there is a war coming because Oniki is going to try and invade the sound. But at the moment, no one knows the real leader behind the sound village, and Oniki wants to force that person out into the light. Skip to the valley of the end. Obito stood calmly with Kabuto, as Kabuto was waiting patiently, as he wanted to know why he was brought here. Obito was the one who rescued him from Oniki's prison, and he hasn't told him what he wanted yet. What is it that you want me to do, Madara? Of course Kabuto knew that the man wasn't Madara, but he let him think that. Oniki plans to attack the sound and take over. Of course, this will push Naruto, and Oniki will see Naruto's wrath. And after Naruto humiliates Oniki, he will seek revenge, but he will be cautious not to provoke Konoha's wrath. I want you to be on standby. Make contact after Naruto crush him, and remind him about his previous loss by Konoha, the Yellow Flash who crushed all of his ninjas. Obito said, and if the stone try to attack Konoha, they will be defeated easily since they only have one Jinchuriki, and Naruto has the Kyuubi. What do you hope to gain by this? Kabuto asks. I want to see Naruto's reaction to this. He then paused for a moment. Now go. As Kabuto went away without any other question asked, as Obito stayed behind until another voice spoke. Is there another reason why you're doing this? Or do you just want to keep Naruto busy while you work on Nagato? Obito shrugged. Who do you think will win? Zetsu asks. It will be tough. The Rinnegan make ninjutsu useless, but Naruto know it in and out. There is nothing that Nagato can do that will surprise Naruto, said Obito. What if Naruto uses perfect Susanoo? Said Zetsu. Perfect Susanoo? Asked Obito. Yes, I have only seen it once while he's training. He keeps it a secret and he doesn't even talk about it, said Zetsu. It doesn't matter who wins. I am hoping that Nagato will get Naruto all excited that he will waste a lot of his chakra, and then I will be at an advantage and it will be easy to take him down. But if Naruto wins, he will take the Rinnegan, said Zetsu. It is not a problem. You know where he hides things. If he do and Nagato is unsuccessful, you will just go and get the Rinnegan for me, said Obito. 2 days later, at the Hokage's office, Tsunade sighed as she stared down her paperwork. Well, at least she has Shizune to do some of the paperwork, as Shizune was on her little desk doing some of the paperwork as well. Tsunade, said Shizune, snapping Tsunade out of her thought. What is it? Tsunade asked. It's a letter from the daimyo. He will be coming to Konoha in a few days to discuss some things with you as the Hokage, Shizune stated after reading the letter. Looking carefully, Shizune realized that she gave this letter to Tsunade 2 days ago, Didn't you read it? Shizune asked. Tsunade blushed slightly in embarrassment. She did not take a look at it because she saw the seal of the daimyo's palace. She thought that he was only going to talk about the incident with Naruto. Of course I did, she said. Tsunade, said Shizune as she stared at her master. But Tsunade was safe as Jiraiya came through the window. I am home, he declared. Yes, yes, I can see that, Tsunade responded, as she was actually happy he was here, so she wouldn't have to deal with Shizune right now about not reading the letter. Aw, come on, Tsunade. When are you going to admit that you miss me when I leave the village? Like I will actually miss a pervert like you, Tsunade said, as Jiraiya hung his head in disappointment. Suddenly, Naruto appeared in the office out of fire with his son Shin. As he sat down, "You're all here," he said. "Yes, we were just waiting for you," Tsunade said with a slight glare, as she was still a bit bitter after the incident that happened in the office a few days ago. As Tsunade also noticed that he no longer kept his sharingan activated. "Good. I have a request," Naruto said as he turned to Shizune. Shizune looked at Tsunade, who nodded, before responding. "What request?" Shizune asked. "I want you to take Hanabi Hyuga as an apprentice in your free time. Teach her medical ninjutsu and the ways of a leader. You know what a leader is because you taught such ways to Tsunade." As Tsunade glared at him, "And your knowledge in medical ninjutsu is quite fair." Shizune was quiet for a moment. She never did expect to hear such a request from the blonde. "I would love to, but I don't get much free time these days. Actually, I was thinking of giving you some free time, given all that you have done for me. But since this is another opportunity for you to pass on what I have taught you, I won't have you say otherwise," Tsunade said, as she looked at Shizune. "Wouldn't you have to talk about Hayashi about this?" Jiraiya questioned. "Because Hanabi was once considered the head, well, is going to be the leader of the Hyuga clan before her elder sister Hinata. And Hayashi seemed to take her above her elder sister, given that he was always with her. That matter has already been handled when Hayashi offered her to the police force. I make sure to make him know that I will do with her what I please." Hayashi agreed, but as long as his daughter's physical health and mental health were assured. "I also informed the girl yesterday that she would be trained in medical ninjutsu," Naruto explained. "So, you assume that Shizune would agree to this before you even talked to her," Tsunade said. "Why am I even surprised?" she mumbled to herself as Naruto did not respond. "I will do it," Shizune said with a smile, as Hyuga were easily trained in medical ninjutsu due to their freakish chakra control, as the clan was known for greater control over their chakra. "But why her?" Shizune asked. "I have my reasons," Naruto responded coolly. "But now, let's get to the important matter, shall we?" Tsunade sighed. "The daimyo wants a meeting with me. He will be in the village in a few days." As she glared at Naruto again because it was his mess. The feudal lord was annoying, and he would try and get things to work in his favor when they do meet. "This will be a good chance to see what you want," Jiraiya said in a thoughtful tone. "You will have to be calm and not play into his trap. That man may be old, but he's not stupid." "I know," said Tsunade. "Try not to think about it so much, Tsunade. You just need to be prepared because I know that you will do the best for Konoha." As Tsunade gave Jiraiya a smile, as she then turned to Naruto. "Do you have plans on crashing on this meeting?" Naruto shook his head. "No. Politics bore me, and I dislike talking to someone who's always trying to prove that they are bigger than me. When someone does that over and over, I have to prove them wrong, and this ends up in usually killing them, but it will be bad if I kill him." And I was actually think that you were joining us, but this is good, said Tsunade, as in her mind she was happy that Naruto wasn't going to show up, because she know that he will do something and piss the daimyo off by just talking. We have already discussed the fire daimyo already, Naruto said, as the last time he came here, he was the only one they talk about. As Naruto then spoke, both of you have made assumptions that I am behind the sound, which is true. Neither of you have come directly and talked to me about it, or have tell any of the other clan members in the village. Or you guys going to wait and see if I tell you myself, or wait until it become public knowledge? Why the sound? With all the investment you have pulled down there, you could have done so much in this village, Jiraiya questioned immediately after Naruto spoke, as he already know that Naruto wasn't going to use the village against Konoha, so that was not it, and Naruto wasn't going to abandon Konoha for the village that he built, so there is no need to question him about that topic. The big question first, Naruto said, smiling slightly. I killed Orochimaru, and I have the perfect idea to reform the village, so the land had no one to claim it but me. So does that satisfy your curiosity? Hardly, Jiraiya spoke. You have not answered my question yet. Why did you not plan some projects in Konoha? I am sure that you could have changed so many things in here. I am not the leader of Konoha, am I? And as much as I dislike this reality, I have no real power to make any real changes in Konoha if I want. Everything has to go through the Hokage, and if she disliked it, it will not be changed. Another thing is, I just didn't want to do anything in Konoha. I didn't want those fools out there to be rejoiced in my efforts. Tsunade then spoke. What plans do you really have for the sound? As she was curious what he wanted to achieve with the sound, all in due time. But both of you would be alive to see it, Naruto stated. He was not threatening them or anything. He was merely stating a fact. In this shinobi world, you can never guarantee how long you will be able to live. You may take a mission today and never return from it. But Naruto told them that both of them will see it. That means his plans will come soon. Why did you not say anything about it in the beginning? Jiraiya asked, as Naruto simply shrugged. I am curious. You don't like to follow orders, and you like to be in charge of everything. Do you have a superiority complex? I would think that, with those qualities, you would like to be Hokage when I stand down. But with the sound, would that be possible for you to be Hokage? Tsunade asked, as she looked at Naruto curiously. Anything is possible, Tsunade, Naruto responded calmly. Jiraiya snorted at Naruto's last words, but he did not say anything about it. As Jiraiya then spoke, if you change your attitude and a lot of things about yourself, maybe one day Tsunade would select you as her successor. As Tsunade nodded, I agree with Jiraiya. Naruto, you have the power to protect this village, but your attitude leave little to be desired. I can go on for a few more years as Hokage, but sooner or later, I will have to pass on the hat. If I were to step down right now, I would rather choose Kakashi than you. Tsunade spoke in a serious tone, befitting a Hokage. Naruto merely smiled at this. Tsunade, there will be no one else to succeed after you in the Hokage seat other than Uchiha Naruto. But that is something to discuss for another day. As he paused for a moment, have you both thought about the consequences of the truth coming out that I am behind the sound to the other cages when they find out? Consequences? Both of them asked. Well, Konoha is the strongest out of all grade 5 nations. Do you think that the stone and the cloud will keep quiet after they learn that Konoha is in control of the sound, especially one of Konoha's shinobis? You're right, said Jiraiya. When the sound become part of Konoha's power, our power will just increase, and other villages will feel threatened by us, and they will act. The stone has already gathered shinobis to try and take over the sound, but don't worry, I will handle them all. And given that, my relationship with Minato, that will make them bitter even more. And there will be a lot of bad blood between them and Konoha even more, Naruto stated calmly, as he was even thinking about using the Flying Thunder God technique against the Stone Shinobis just to piss them off. It will be amusing to see them frightened by the rebirth of Konoha, Yellow Flash. Damn it, Naruto, this is not good, Jiraiya said with gritted teeth, as he did not want another war between them and the stone. Tsunade, when you talk to the Fire Lord, inform him about the sound. He will be happy to know about the benefits. The sound is at the border of the Fire Country, and he will be happy to align them with the Fire Country. But this will cause problem with other daimyo. No, Naruto said. The Sound Village is within the Sound Country. The daimyo is dead, and I make sure that no one will be installed after him. This leave the country under my control. Since it was I who killed Orochimaru, it is I who claims his land. That place is something because I changed it, Naruto said. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And remember to look out for What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. And on my main channel tonight, What If Naruto Went Back in Time. And also, What If Naruto Went Missing for 4 years. So remember to switch across and enjoy all the lovely what is coming your way. But for now guys, I'm out of here. Peace.